Hello and good morning friends, welcome to the CEC-UGC live lecture. Dear friends, with fourth lecture in series on new media, today we would be talking on internet advertising. We would be grabbing maximum knowledge about what internet advertising is and how it is beneficial for the people. So dear friends, we would like to tell you all that for this very discussion, we have once again with us in our studios Dr. Anubhuti Yadav. Dr. Anubhuti Yadav is head of the department New Media, Indian Institute of Mass Communication. Dr. Yadav has immense experience both at academic level as well as at industrial level, and dear friends, we believe that she is the most appropriate person to talk on the topic as she always try to make her teaching beneficial for the students by giving maximum examples. So without wasting any time, I would like to welcome our guest, Dr. Anubhuti Yadav. Hello ma'am, welcome to the EduSet lecture.
Thank you. Good morning everyone. Today we'll be talking about internet advertising, and as we all know that 42% of the world population is connected with the internet, and if we talk about India, 27% of our population is connected with the internet. And now when there are so many people who are there on internet, the way they are consuming information is also changing. The way they are entertaining themselves, it is also changing. And with this, the marketers and the advertisers, they have another opportunity, and they can see that, internet as a medium can play a very important role in advertising for the products and services. And nowadays, there are a lot of marketers and advertisers who are, advertising on internet. And if we look at, the way this industry is growing, if we compare it with, any other industry, whether it's print media, electronic media, radio, this particular industry is growing at a very fast pace. So that's why we'll be talking about, internet marketing. And this, when we talk about the internet marketing, first we'll get into the definition of what exactly internet marketing is all about. Then we'll be talking about, different types of internet marketing, and then we'll get on to the phases of internet marketing. So this is what we are going to discuss today. And first of all, what exactly is internet marketing? If we look at the definition, internet marketing, it is also known as web marketing, it is also known as online marketing, it is also known as e-marketing. And the most important thing in the internet advertising is whenever you are marketing or advertising, you are using internet as a medium. So marketing of a product or service using internet as a medium is termed as internet marketing. And marketing channel, it is a marketing channel that's bound by an internet connection. So this is the definition of internet marketing. Now let's talk about the industry. I mean, I've just given you a brief of how this particular industry is growing, especially digital advertising. If you look at this particular graph, this talks about the India media and entertainment industry, its size and projection. Now, if you look at this particular graph carefully, you'll see the way this particular industry is growing. If we compare it with the television, print, film, radio, music, you'll see that in 2015, this is actually a FICCI-KPMG report. This data has been taken from the FICCI-KPMG report. So if you look at the 2014 data, we can make out that, the TV industry was, 474 billion industry. And if you look at print, it was 263 billion industry. If you look at films, it was 126 billion industry. But if you look at digital advertising, it is 43.5 billion industry. But if you look at the growth, the growth of digital advertising is maximum as compared to any other medium, which is 44.5%. And if you compare it with the other medium, in television, the growth was 13.8. In print, the growth was 8.3. In films, it was 0.9. In radio, it was 17.6. So you can easily make out, looking at this data that, this particular industry, digital advertising, is growing at a very fast pace. Now let us look at the advertising revenues and projection. We in the previous slide we talked about the industry size, and this is the advertising revenue and projection. Now in this also you can make out, I mean, this industry is growing at a 44.5% rate, and if you talk about the television, the advertising revenue was 154 billion. If you look at the print, it was 176 billion. But if you look at advertising, digital advertising, it was 43.5. So you can see that the way this particular industry is growing, and that's why a lot of marketeers, a lot of advertisers, they are using this medium to advertise their product, to promote their product. So this was the brief about the media industry, and especially like what kind of place does the digital advertising has in this industry. Now let's come on to the type of internet marketing. Whenever you surf internet, whenever you are on web, you might have come across the different types of advertisements. You might have come across advertisements wherein you can see the different banners. You might have come across advertisements which are video advertisements. Those are videos. You might have come across advertisements which are infographics. So there are different types of internet advertisements, and this is what we are going to talk about. The first one is the display advertising, then we have search engine marketing, then we have search engine optimization, social media marketing, email marketing, inbound marketing, and video marketing. We'll be talking about all these types of internet marketing in detail, but if you look at the digital ad spend mix in India, you can make out that the 30% of the advertisements are the search advertisements, and 23% are the display advertisements, 18% are social advertisement, 14% mobile, and 12% video advertisements. So this is like the overview of the digital ad spend mix in India, and this is how marketeers and advertisers, they are spending on internet, and the most popular is the search advertising. So now let us talk in detail about all these types of advertising, and first we'll discuss about the display advertisements. So as we've discussed, whenever you are there on web, you might have seen a lot of advertisements, and these advertisements are in the form of banners, right? And these are the display advertisements. Display advertisements are the graphics advertisements which you see on any website or on any web page. And these advertisements are placed on the web so that they can draw maximum traffic to your websites, and these advertisements are placed on third-party website, which means someone else's website. So when the people are surfing something, and when they look at that particular advertisement, and when they click on that, they come onto your website. So the whole idea is to bring people to your website, to bring traffic to your website, and also to promote your products and services. Now there are when we talk about this display advertising, the advertisements, there are different formats of display advertisements, and we'll be talking about the different formats also, because if someone wants to get into advertising, we need to know like what are the various formats of display advertisements. So once we start working on the campaigns and ad campaigns or campaigns, and when we start making ad groups and all, we should be clear like what are the different formats which are there when we talk about the display advertisements. So these are some of the ad formats, and these are the formats which are used very often when we create those display advertisements. The first one is the medium rectangle, and the size is 300 by 250 pixels. Then the large rectangle, 336 by 280. Then you have leaderboard, 728 by 90. Then you have large skyscraper, that is 300 by 600. And these are the kind of formats which we have seen. And this is the another one, large leaderboard, and the size is 970 by 90, 468 by 60. Wide scraper is 160 into 600. So these are the different formats, and these are the different sizes. And if you are working on internet advertising, and especially if you are working on creating display advertisements, these are the standard size which you have to keep into consideration while designing the display advertisements. Now, when we are talking about designing display advertisement, most of the time people feel that we do not have that expertise. We don't know those tools through which we can create those display advertisements. But if you are into internet marketing, there are a number of digital tools available which makes your work very easy. For example, if you have to create a digital display advertisement like the one which we have seen right now, you just have to have a Google Advert account. Google Advert is basically Google Advert is basically like the platform which allows us to create ads and run campaign on internet. So how to create display advertisement? You can see this is the Google Advert dashboard, and you just have to create an account here, and using this you can create number of campaigns. Obviously you have to pay for that, because if it is a paid advertising, you need to spend money for that. So in this you can create campaign, you can create ad groups, you can create ads, you can create videos. So there are a lot of things which you can do in this. We'll be discussing about Google AdWords in detail later on, but right now if we have to make display advertisements, so what is the process for that? That is something which I would like to introduce you to. So if you have to create an advertisement, you just have to go to the ad tab. The ad tab, you can see it as the top of it, after all campaigns. And then you have to click on ad tabs, and when you click on ad tabs, you just have to click plus ad, and then it will give you number of features, which means that you can create text ad, you can create image ad, you can create digital content ad, dynamic search ad, mobile app engagement, and video ad. So there are a number of ads which you can create, and since we are talking about the display advertisement, so what we are going to do is that we have to click on the image ad. So once you click on the image ad, automatically it will give you a one particular format, and you just have to enter the name of or the URL of your website. So which means as you can see, it's written here that get ideas from. So get ideas from, basically like it is your website, the content which is posted there on your website. Say for example, if you're organizing an event or if you're organizing a festival, so you might have posted that particular information on your website. And now what you have to do is that you have to take the URL of that particular page and you have to click it here, and then you just have to press create ad. So the moment you press create ad, it will retrieve the information, get the information from the web page of which of whose URL you have given here, and it will create advertisements for you. For example, I pasted the URL of imc.gov.in, that's an government organization. So this is the kind of display advertisement I was able to make just by putting one URL there, pasting one URL there. And this is not the only format, and this is not the only ad which you'll get. You'll get number of options, and it's up to you which one would you like to select for your campaign. For example, these are the just by pasting that URL, you're getting these many options, choices. Now it's up to you, like whatever you want to choose, you can choose that. So it is not only choosing a one particular format or one particular option which has been given to you. You can also work upon that. For example, if you feel that one particular format is okay, but after that you would like to work a little bit on that. Say for example, you don't like the font and size, or you don't like the image. So that is something which can easily be changed, because it also offers you a text editor. So this is the editor. Using this, you can change the entire content of this particular advertisement. The basic format will remain the same, the basic design will remain the same, but you can change the image in the background, whatever you want to write. If you want to change the description, you can change the description. So that much possibility this particular platform offers us. So you've seen how easy it is to make display advertisements. So you don't have to be a designer to create these ads. It's just that the platform offers you number of features, and you just need to explore that. Same is with the video, and even you want to run campaign, you can also run campaign using AdWords. Regarding that, we'll be discussing later on. So these are some other, banner advertisements. The example of some, banner advertisements which are there. And other than this, this was about the display advertising. Now, another type of advertising is search engine marketing. This search engine marketing is a form of marketing in which you are promoting your website and by increasing their visibility in the search engine result page. Usually what happens that when we have to search anything, what we do, we type a search query in the search box, maybe on any search engine. It could be Google or any search engine. So the moment we type that search query, we get number of results. So these results, some of the results are organic results, which means that they are there for which we have not paid. And there are certain results which are inorganic results, which means that they are the paid advertisements. So what we are doing is with the search engine marketing, we are increasing the visibility of our website, and this could be done one through the paid placements, and the second one is through the search engine optimization. This is just an example to show you, like whenever we search something, what all we get on the search engine result page. Search engine result page is the first page on which we get the number of results. And as you can see in this page, I just searched for shirts on Google, and these are the kind of the results which I've got. So the first one is the inorganic results, and these are the paid advertisements, right? And the second one is the organic results, which is there on the first page because of the search engine optimization. So these are the two type of content which we see. For one we have to pay, and for another one we have to put in, there are number of techniques for the search engine optimization. So we have to work on those particular techniques. Now the difference between these two for the organic and inorganic, for example, for inorganic it's easy to get it because you pay it, and it is very fast and it's very quick to appear on the first search engine result page. But when you talk about the search engine optimization, it takes time. It takes time because there are a number of things involved in that, and it might take a week, or it might take 2 weeks, or it might even take a month for your result to appear on the first search engine result page as an organic result. But if you compare both these types of the results, obviously people tend to believe the organic result more, because they feel that if something is there on the first search engine result page, and if that is not an advertisement, so that means this might be a good product. But when it they compare it with the inorganic results, which means the paid advertising, we are always skeptical that okay, fine, because the lot of amount has been paid for it, and that's why it is appearing on the first search engine result page. So in any time the organic results are much better, though it's a slow process. So second is the third type of advertising, internet advertising, is search engine optimization, and it is like the process of improving the visibility of a website or a web page in search engine via the natural or unpaid search results. We've just discussed about this. You don't have to pay anything. It's just that there are certain techniques, which means it could be inserting keywords in the content, or it could be like creating very good e-content, or it could be the link building. There are a number of techniques for that particular thing. You're not paying anything, but you are optimizing search engine and optimizing your website for the search engine. So this is search engine optimization. But when you look at search engine optimization, there are two types of SEOs, and One is the off-page SEO and another one is on-page SEO. Off-page SEO is that the work which takes place outside your website, which means that you're not doing anything on your website. Whatever work is being done to optimize your website for the search engine, it is happening outside your website. And the on-page SEO is whenever you work on your website, which means like if you try to insert keywords or you try to improve the design of your website. So this is the on-page SEO. Today we'll be talking more about the off-page SEO. And this off-page SEO, basically, as I said, that it's something which is done outside your website, not on your website. So, which means it basically depends upon how you are promoting your website on the internet, on the web, or on the different websites. So, basically, when we try and advertise our website, so what we do, we try and leave links of our website on the third-party websites, and when people click on those links, they come onto our website, and this is also called a link building. So, and every link adds some value, and every value is directly proportionate to the page rank. And now another concept comes, when we are talking about the page rank, what exactly that page rank is and what role does it have in the internet advertising. So the page rank is Google's system for ranking web pages. A page with a higher page rank is deemed more important and is more likely to be listed above page with a lower page rank. So in search engine optimization, whenever we are working, we are actually aiming for the higher page rank. And how to have the higher page rank, how to increase our page rank, there are a number of ways of doing it, which means that you can get the links from high page rank sites. For example, there is a website, and the page rank of that particular website is, say, for example, 8 or 9, which is a high page rank. And if you give your link in that particular website, automatically the page rank of your website will also increase. So you have to have the links there in those particular websites which have a high page rank. Second is try to get links from the pages having relevant content. This is something which is very important. We know that the links are very important. We know that the links will bring a lot of people to our website, but this is also important that we should have our links in the websites which have the relevant content. For example, if I am working in maybe like on some education website, so it's always advisable to have the links in the websites which have the educational content, rather than distributing my links to any website. So it's always advisable to have your links in the websites which have the relevant content. Then try to get links from the website that provide links not in bulk. Now, many a times it happens that whenever such new things comes, there are a lot of fake and spurious business activities also. Now there are a lot of people who are actually saying that, okay, fine, we'll give link to your website, and they're selling that particular thing. So this is also which should not be done. So whatever links you have, it should be exclusive links. I mean, you should not take links from those websites who are giving the links or providing links to any of the website. And then the last point is the quality and quantity backlinks. So backlinks are the same, which means that your links are there on someone else's website. When they click on that particular link, they're coming onto your website. That is called a backlink. And what we are aiming is that we should have quality backlink, which means that from the websites which have a higher page rank, we should have a quality backlink, which means that we should have a link from the websites which has a relevant content, and also quantity. So the both quality and quantity of the backlinks matter, and it will help in improving the page rank of your website. Now when we are talking about the page rank of the website, how do we know what is the page rank of my website? So the first thing is that, when we are working on on our website, and we really want our website to do well, or our content to do well, the first thing which we need to do is we need to know ourselves that, like, what is the rank of my website. So this is something which I'll just show it to you. As you can see, you just have to have a Google toolbar, and when you have that Google toolbar, you just have to click on the wrench button. You can install a Google toolbar. You can install a Google toolbar. This is the toolbar, and after that you just have to go to this wrench button. You have to click there, and then you have to go to the privacy setting, and there you have these enhanced features, and you just have to click, and you have to switch on and to turn on that page rank button. Right, and the moment you do it, there will be one green button which will come on the Google toolbar, and which will also tell you, when you click there, it will tell you the rank of that particular page. In addition to this, there are a number of other apps which can tell you the rank of your page. You can download that particular app from the Chrome Web Store. So this is something which you can see. This is the Facebook page, and if you can see here at the top of this particular page, right hand side, there is this one green button, and on that green button 9 is written. So this is what the page rank is, and this is how the page rank will be shown. The moment you'll have the Google toolbar, and you'll switch on the Google page rank there. So now we know the page rank is very important, and we also know that the links plays a very important role in increasing the page rank of any of the website. So leveraging links is something which is very, very important. Now when we talk about links, there are two kind of links. One is the outbound links, the links that start from your website and lead to external sites. For example, this is CEC, right? And we are producing this program, or we are making this program in CEC. And for example, if you give a link to, for example, any educational institute, you give a link to NCERT. So for us, this will be an outbound link, because we are the link of NCERT is an outbound link, because when I'm clicking there, it is taking me to the NCERT's website. Inbound link would be, so if I have my link there in NCERT's website, so when someone is clicking on that particular link and they are coming on to my website, then it becomes an inbound link. So we have to work on, basically we have to work on the inbound link, and which are called the backlinks. So link building, the process of establishing relevant inbound links to your website, which helps your website achieve higher ranking with the major search engines and drive targeted traffic to your site. What not to do in link building, one is that no paid links, which means that you should not give money to anyone to give your link in their website, and no unnatural link exchanges. As we have discussed earlier, that it should not be an unnatural exchange, which means it should not be like the content is different of the two websites, and we are exchanging links with each other. So if we are exchanging links, then there has to be a relevant content. There should be some commonality in the content of those two websites. Then the techniques of link building, there are a number of techniques of link building. You can write it down. There are a number of directories which are available. So what you have to do is that you have to submit your website to those directories. These are the names of those directories: Zoom Info, One Mission, Pegasus, and then there is a directory for this thing also. So you can find all these sort of directories on www.directorycritic.com. Another thing which you can do is you can submit articles, which means that you can write articles about your website, about your business, and you can submit them to the popular article sites like eZine, Go Articles, Now Public, Buzzle, etc. This will help you to attain some deep links from your website. Then blogging is another very important, and it's a very powerful tool, which means that you have to start blogging, and you have to start blogging about your organization, your product, or your services. And when you're blogging about your services or products, you have to give link to your website also, so that the people who are reading the blogs, they are going on to your website. Then press release. So these are the, you have number of, online press release portals wherein you can submit those press releases. So you can submit your press release to OpenPR, and this will help you to publish your site to the Google News. Then there are a number of other platforms. Social bookmarking is one. You have number of platforms like Delicious, Reddit. These are the social bookmarking platforms. You can submit your website there. You can create content, and you can share link on the social bookmarking website. Then you have forum marketing. You can also create a forum, online chat rooms. You can do classified submissions, and you can submit your website to the websites like Googly, MySpace, iMadeSpace, Viva Street, and all. And also you need to submit your website to the search engine webmaster. Say, for example, Google has a Google Webmaster tool. So it's not compulsory to do this, but it's always good to submit your website to the webmaster tools. It becomes easy for the Google or for any search engine to know that, okay, this particular website exists, and it becomes easy for the website to appear on the first search engine result page. So this is these are the techniques of off-page SEO. I mean, this is how you do this off-page advertising. This is part of search engine optimization. So all these techniques you're doing, and whatever you are doing, you're not doing on your website. You've seen that here in off-page SEO, we're talking more about what we are doing outside. It could be like press releases. It could be like submitting to the directories. It could be like link building. So whatever you're doing outside your website is off-page SEO. So in another lecture, we'll be talking about the on-page SEO. So for now, thank you very much. Hello everyone. As you know that there are different types of internet advertising. We have discussed about the display advertising. We've discussed about search engine marketing. We've discussed about search engine optimization. In search engine optimization, we discussed about off-page SEO and on-page SEO. And now coming on to another type of advertising, internet advertising, and that is called social media marketing. Nowadays, many of us spend a lot of time on social media, whether it's Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. And since we spend a lot of time there, it's always advisable for the marketers and the advertisers to advertise for the products and services on these particular platforms. And this social media marketing is the process of gaining traffic or attention through social media websites such as Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. So whenever you are using any social media platform for advertising of any product or service, that is called social media marketing. Another type of internet marketing is email marketing. We have seen that we keep receiving a lot of emails. That is another way of marketing, and especially like when we talk about email marketing, this is basically like to retain the consumers. Many a times we go to a one particular website, we buy something from there, or maybe like if it is an education website, we watch a one particular program there, and after that, if the advertisers or the marketers or the owner of that particular website want you people to come back, so they have to send you an email. So that is what email marketing is all about, wherein you are sending email in bulk to your prospect target audience. Inbound marketing involves creating and freely sharing informative content as means of converting prospect into customers and customers into repeat buyers. So inbound marketing is also called content marketing, which means that what you are doing, you are creating content which is free of cost. You are sharing that particular content with your target audience. For example, if there is an institute which is offering a course on digital marketing, so what they do, they create certain content on digital marketing and they share it on the web, and when the people, they go and read that particular content on the web, the chances are that after reading that content they'll come on to your website also. So this is basically creating content and sharing it with your target audience to bring them to your website. Video marketing, when we talk about video marketing, I think video marketing is the most popular nowadays, and it's growing at a very fast pace. People are spending a lot of money on video marketing because nowadays most of us have actually stopped reading. So instead of reading, we would like to view something, we would like to watch something, and this is what the marketers and advertisers, they also feel that if the target audience is if they are watching and viewing, so let's create content in a video format. So the video marketing is something which is very, very important for any advertisers and for any marketer. Now we'll be talking about the different phases of internet marketing. So till now we have discussed the types of internet marketing. There are certain things which we have discussed in details. For example, we have discussed off-page SEO in detail, but the types of digital internet marketing like on-page SEO, social media marketing, will have a separate lecture on that, because these are very vast concept and it requires a lot of time. So now we'll come on to the phases of the internet marketing. When we talk about the internet marketing, it goes through different levels, it goes through different phases. For example, the moment we start advertising for our product on on internet, on web, so the first thing which comes to our mind is that my product or my services should be as visible as possible. People should be able to see my products, they should be able to see my service, they should be able to identify our products or brands. So that is something, that is the first stage. The visibility is the first stage. Then once the visibility is there, then we would like to aim for the engagement, which means that we would like people to engage with our product or with our services. And especially like when we are talking about the online marketing, we're talking about the engagement on our online platform. And when the engagement is there, then we look for another thing, which is the conversion. So like the people are there, they're engaged with the content. Now we would like them to take some action. And then the retention, which means that the people who are coming onto our website, they might have purchased something, or they might have taken something from our website, and now we would like to retain those target audience. So there are the different phases of internet advertising, and we'll be talking about all these phases in detail now. So the first phase is visibility, and this is the first and the most important phase, especially like when you're making your marketing plan and all. A business can have a visibility over internet through various media that can be classified into owned, earned and paid. This phase will be essential to create traffic to your online properties. Now, this is something which is very important, which means that you are using different mediums, which means that owned, paid or earned media to bring traffic to your target audience. But what exactly this owned, earned and paid media means? So this is what we are going to discuss now. When you're talking about the owned media, the owned media is something which you own. For example, your own website, your mobile site, your blog, your social media account. So these are your own media, which means that you have control over it. Now the role of the own media is that you build for long-term relationships with existing potential customers and earn media. Right, and the benefit of own media is one, that you have a control over own media because it's yours. So whatever content you put up there, you have the entire control over that particular thing. You also have a control on for how long would you like to have that particular content there on your website. So which means that the entire control is with you. Cost efficiency, since it is your own media, you are not paying to any third-party website for that particular thing, so it's cost efficient. Third is longevity, which means that if you have a campaign, and you can run that campaign for a long time, so no issues in that. Versatility, so it depends if you want a variety of campaign, variety of content. Since it's your own platform, you can explore it that way. And the niche audience. Now the niche audience means that they're your own people. That I have this particular website, or I have this blog, or I have this social media account. So there are certain type of people who are coming onto your website, and those people. So when you start advertising on your own media, that okay, these are the people who are registered on my website, they are coming and they are actually watching these advertisements. But at the same time, there are certain challenges also, which means no guarantees. Guarantees in the sense that, it is your own medium. So, people who are coming onto your website, only those people will be able to watch those, advertisements or view those advertisements. Second is like when you're talking about the own media, most of the time the company communication is not trusted. So if you start advertising or you start talking about your product or your services, and you're praising your own brand, so the people don't trust it because they feel that okay, fine, it's their website, it's their product, and that's why they're talking good about this particular product or service. So usually the company communication is not trusted, and it takes time to scale. That's another thing, which means you have a reach to only those audience which are coming onto your website. So this is the own media, but still we use own media to promote our products and services. Second one is the paid media. Paid media is brand pays to leverage a channel. For example, display ads, as we've discussed in first lecture on the types of internet advertising. Display ads means that when you have advertisements on someone else's platform, so it's not your platform, you pay and then your advertisement appear on someone else's, the third party website. Paid search, which means that we've seen when you go to search engine result page, when you type a search query, so there are paid searches also. So that is something which comes under paid media because you're paying for that particular thing. And the sponsorships. The role is shift from foundation to a catalyst that feed own media and creates earned media. Benefits of paid media is like it's in demand nowadays. The internet marketing, as I said, that it's growing at a very fast pace. So it's in demand. People are spending a lot of money on the internet advertising. immediacy. This is something which is very important. The moment you decide that you want to run a campaign, and the moment you are in a position to pay for that particular campaign, you can start seeing your advertisement on a third-party website. So it's very immediate. Scale. So it depends upon how much money you would like to spend. So if you have a lot of money to spend, so you can reach large number of people. And the control, which means that the control also, you have a control over that. So because you are paying for that particular campaign, so the moment you stop paying for that, it will stop. So you have a control over that particular campaign. But there are challenges also. For challenges, which means that there's a lot of clutter. We've seen a lot of advertisements on web pages, and people do not want to see advertisements on the web page. When we go and surf web, or when we visit a website, our main objective is to look at the content of that particular website. And the moment those advertisements started popping in, the people get irritated. So that is one challenge. There is a lot of clutter. A lot of people have started blocking ads and all. So that's one issue. Second is declining response rate. We know it's in advertisements. So when we are surfing net, and when I'm on a web page, if I see 3 advertisements, I won't click on that, because I know that that's an advertisement. And then the poor credibility. And since it's an advertisement, that has always been an issue, that the advertisements are less credible, because we know that the people are paying for that particular thing. So this is the paid media. Now the third one is the earned media. Earned media is when the customers becomes the channel, and this is the most important thing. Earned media is, for example, there is a video, there's a video which we have made, and the video is so interested that instead of, I as a marketer or advertiser, or as a company sharing it with the world, it's the people who are sharing it with other people. So here what happens that, when the videos becomes viral, that's the example of that particular thing. So it's not the company is doing. Company has actually created a one particular, the content, but the content is so interested that now the people have started sharing it further. So the example of earned media is word of mouth, buzz, viral. The role is listen and respond. Earned media is often the result of well executed and well coordinated owned and paid media. So if you're very good at handling your own media and the paid media, it can result into earned media. And the benefits are, when you talk about the earned media, it is most credible, which means that when people start talking about products and services, and when they start saying that it's a good product or it's a good service, then it becomes more credible, rather than someone else, or rather than we telling that okay, my product is good, or rather than I giving an advertisement which says that this product is very good. Instead of that, if people start saying it, then it becomes more credible. Then key role in most sales. Most of the time, it has a very important role in sales, because, the people speak to other people, when they have to purchase anything. And, if they give positive feedback, they definitely go and try that particular product. And then the transparent and lives on, which means that it doesn't have that shelf life, it doesn't have that short life. If the people are happy and they are sharing content and in a positive way, so it has a long life, and it can live on the internet. But it also has challenges. For example, you do not have control over this. So if it is positive, it's very good. But think about a situation when it is negative. For example, someone doesn't like a video, or for example, someone doesn't like a product or a service, and if they start talking about it, and if that becomes viral, then it's a big concern for an organization. It can be negative, as I said. It could be negative. Scale, that's another challenge, because very few people get into it, sharing and all. And hard to measure. This is very hard to measure as compared to the paid media or owned media, because you do not have any control over it. In owned media, we know how many people are coming. In paid also, we know that we have spent this much of amount, and this is the result of that particular thing. But in owned media, in the earned media, it's very hard to measure, efficacy of that particular thing. So these are the media types: owned media, paid media, and earned media, and these are very important, and they play a very important role in internet advertising. So so the first point was the visibility, and the second point now is the engagement. It is important to engage the traffic coming to our website. There are a number of websites where you would see that there is a lot of content, but we are not able to engage with our target audience. So somewhere there has to be certain techniques, there have to be certain strategies wherein we need to engage with our target audience. Engage means that they should be able to do something on our website. Only then they'll be staying on our website for a longer time. This is something, if you look at this particular statistics, I mean, this is the back end of one of the website, and if you look at the statistics in this table, this says that the number of visits were 632, and 632 people stayed on a website only for 0 to 30 seconds. Now this is a matter of concern, which means your 57% of your target audience, the people who came onto your website, left your website within 30 seconds. Now this is a clear example which says that there was no engagement on the website, and that is something which we need to work on. And nowadays you get the statistics for everything, whether you have your slides up there on the web, you have video up there on the web, how much time people are spending on your content. So that is something which has to be taken into account. You need to engage with your target audience. Third very important thing is in the phases of internet is the conversion. Conversion means that if we want people to come to our website, there is a purpose for that, right? And we have certain objectives of bringing them to our website, and we would like to fulfill those objectives. And when we talk about the conversions, there are micro conversions and the macro conversions. Micro conversions are the first critical steps website visitors to perform. Example: visit duration, number of visit, free downloads, mail subscription, and they act as a basis for the macro conversion. And macro conversion is they are the final conversions that business wants to achieve. They are less in number when compared to micro conversion, but hold a higher monetary value. This is basically for the online commerce, e-commerce. Micro conversion is that you would like people to come to your website, you would like them to see different products, you would like them to see the different choices which are available. So that could be the micro conversion for that particular website. But the macro conversion for that would be you would like people to buy that particular product, and it is different for the different websites. It depends upon the objective of a website. For example, if it's an educational website, so the micro conversion could be you would like people to come onto your website and click on one particular program, right? But the macro conversion could be that you have one particular playlist and you would like your target audience to watch all those video programs. Or the macro conversion could be that you would like your target audience to view or watch an entire program. So it depends upon the nature of that particular website. So this micro conversion and macro conversion depends upon the nature and the objective of that particular website. It will be different for the different website. So these are the steps. For example, when we are talking about the micro conversions, visits, repeat visits, newsletter subscription, demo download could be the micro conversions, and the sales could be the macro conversion, that because sales is that one major objective of ours. But to reach that particular stage, you have number of steps, right? And those are the micro conversions. So planning for conversions, for example, if you are looking for that particular thing and if you are planning for conversions, what are the different steps for that? First is what content on the website is directly tied to driving macro and micro conversion. So that is the first thing which we need to look at. So what kind of content is there, and how will that content lead to macro and micro conversion? What sections of the website might be most valuable to the visitors? That is something which we have to take into account. What content area seems to be very expensive to create? Say for example, there are certain areas, for example videos, they are expensive to create, and if you think that the people are coming and they're clicking onto those particular videos, but they're not large in number, so we can always do away with that. And then what does the top navigation, right, left navigation grouping tell you about the priorities? So the conversion, if you're looking at the conversions, then you have to display and you have to create content in such a way that that should lead to the conversion. It could lead to the micro conversion, or it could lead to the macro conversion. So the arranging the content, packaging the content on your website plays a very important role in the conversions. So now when you know that there are certain people who are coming onto your website and taking action, you also need to know the analytics behind that. You also need to know that how many people are coming, or how many they are coming to our website, how many of them they have downloaded on one particular newsletter, or how many of they have downloaded a book, or how many of them have downloaded videos. So this is something which you need to look at if you really want that your next campaign should be a good campaign. So the analytics is the next phase of internet marketing, which is an eye-opener for all your marketing efforts. It lets you know which medium is working for you and which should be chucked, what content is loved by the users, return on investment calculation, and visitor segmentation. It also acts as a basis for your future campaign strategies. So the analytics nowadays has become a very, very important thing. So if you're running a campaign, any ad campaign, so you need to look at the analytics of this. So say for example, now, as I said before, that nowadays analytics is available for each and every platform. For example, like I uploaded some of my presentations there on the SlideShare, so I have analytics for that also. So it gives me the total number of views, it gives me like when those particular slides were viewed by the target audience. Then I also know that out of the website, the presentations which I've uploaded, what is the top content. I also know like where these people are coming from, which means like which country are they coming from. Then I also know the traffic sources, where are they coming from. For example, are they coming directly to this particular website, they're coming from some reference, or like someone has embedded that particular presentation somewhere, and through there they are coming onto my website, or they are coming through the social media platform. So you can get the traffic sources also. And then the SlideShare actions, what is actually happening on your SlideShare. So outbound links, favorites, how many people have favorited your website, how many people have commented on your website, how many of them downloaded your website. Now this gives you a clear view of how your presentations are performing on the web. This is another thing, which means that this is very important, and this is very interesting, that what keywords people are typing, and through what keywords they are reaching onto your website. This is also something which you can get through analytics. So you can get the information related to top keywords, top search engines, so the countries from where people are coming from. So these are and this analytics nowadays are available for all the platforms. If you have videos, if you want to upload a video on YouTube, you can get the same analytics for the YouTube also. If you're uploading on SlideShare, if you have certain article you're uploading it up, on the web, so you can get the analytics from, all the platforms. But the only thing is that you have to look at those analytics very carefully, so that next time when you create content, next time when you share content, you should know that, okay, this is what people are expecting, and you should, create content in that way only. Now the last stage is of the internet marketing phases of internet marketing is the retention phase, which means that, there are certain people they are interested enough and they came to your website, you were able to engage them, you were able to sell something to them, but now you want those people to come back to your website again and again. So this is what the retention is. So this includes, exclusive offers. For example, someone, comes to your website, and someone came to your website and bought certain thing, and for them you can always have certain exclusive offer. You can send them link, you can send them newsletter. So retaining those customers is a very important thing, and this is a very important part of the internet marketing. So this was all about internet marketing, the different phases of internet marketing, and if we get into internet advertising or internet marketing, so these are the phases which we have to look at, and each one of them is very important, from the visibility to engagement to micro and macro conversions, and to analytics, to retention. Each one of them is very important, and we have to look at them and handle them in a very sensitive way. Thank you.
With this note, thank you, ma'am. Thank you so very much for giving us a very, very productive session. And dear friends, we believe that the lecture would be very, very beneficial for you. And if you want to give your feedback in terms of your suggestions and questions, then you can mail us at info.cc@nic.in. We would be meeting again very soon and would be discussing more under the series New Media. Till then, take care. Goodbye. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so very much.